Hello Jays Nation, welcome back to your go-to channel, Toronto Blue Jays News Network. Today we have 3 jam-packed updates about our Blue Army, which happened or came to our notice just a few hours ago. From massive free agent predictions that could change the future of the franchise to an owner of a major rival showing some serious Blue Jays envy, you don't want to miss a single detail. So if you are a true Jays fan, you don't want to miss these updates. And yes, before we start the video, we request you that if you are new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can stay in the loop for all the latest and most engaging Blue Jays content. Let's dive in. Update 1. Blue Jays offseason. Bombshell. Insider predicts Kyle Tucker and a splashy pitcher. Jays Nation, we know the pain is still fresh. Losing Game 7 of the World Series in devastating fashion in our first appearance since 1993 absolutely broke our hearts. We are desperate for some good news to help soothe that pain this winter, and boy, do we have some news for you. MLB insider and USA Today columnist Bob Nightengale has dropped some absolute bombshells regarding the Blue Jays' upcoming offseason, predicting a massive winter for the team after their incredible World Series run. Nightengale shared his bold and exciting predictions on the Blue Jays Today podcast, the Kyle Tucker prediction that will break the internet. The most exciting prediction is one that's sure to send a jolt of electricity through the fan base. Nightengale is predicting that star outfielder Kyle Tucker will sign with the Toronto Blue Jays this winter. He shares this pick with fellow MLB insider Jeff Passan, and here's the key quote from Nightengale himself. "That was my pick. Where does Tucker end up? I think Toronto." Nightengale believes that Tucker is a great supporting player, which I think is a perfect fit for Toronto. Why? Because Tucker, after 8 seasons with teams like the Houston Astros and Chicago Cubs, has thrived in great supporting casts. He's quieter and performs best as a team's second or third best position player, never having to be the guy who leads the entire lineup. This makes him a perfect fit here, where he can be the Robin to Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s Batman. Why the Blue Jays are no longer just leverage. And here's something to put a smile on your face. Nightengale believes the narrative around the Blue Jays is finally changing. He acknowledges that in the past, free agents have notoriously used Toronto as leverage in negotiations, but he doesn't expect that to be the case this winter. Nightengale believes the Blue Jays' recent success, culminating in that World Series appearance, and the clear team chemistry have kind of opened up a free agent's mind. This success makes the club a far more attractive destination now, rather than just a bargaining chip to get a bigger deal elsewhere. The big pitcher signing is a must, but wait, there's a crucial caveat to the Tucker prediction. Nightengale also expects the Blue Jays to land a big-name starting pitcher this offseason. He explicitly stated, "I think they're either going to sign Bichette or Tucker, but not both because they'll spend their other money on a starting pitcher." In Nightengale's view, landing a top-tier starting pitcher is more important to them than bringing back 2 offensive players. For potential options, he named Framber Valdez or one of the Japanese pitchers on the market. If Nightengale's predictions hold true, adding a big bat and a frontline starting pitcher would absolutely qualify as a successful winter and put the Blue Jays in a great position to make another deep run next season. This is the kind of news that gets us through the winter, Jays Nation. Update 2. The Blue Jays go rogue in Tokyo. Massive international marketing ploy stirs controversy. Jays Nation, the Toronto Blue Jays' incredible run to the World Series this year, the first time in over 30 years, has clearly energized the entire organization. Finishing atop the American League with a 94-68 record and dispatching powerhouses like the New York Yankees and Seattle Mariners in the playoffs has made the team hungry for more. Now, the Blue Jays are focused on improving both their roster and their overall popularity globally, with the hope of cementing their status for lengthy playoff runs in the future. This drive has led to a bold yet controversial marketing ploy that is reportedly ruffling some feathers within the Major League Baseball League office. Logos on the mat in Tokyo. This past Monday, in a high-profile world title boxing match in Tokyo, something absolutely unprecedented happened. Toronto Blue Jays logos covered the mat. This move immediately garnered plenty of international attention, which is exactly what the organization was hoping to achieve. However, here is the problem. A report from Evan Drellich and Mitch Bannon of The Athletic explains that the Blue Jays reportedly didn't have permission from the league office to place these ads abroad. Drellich and Bannon wrote it simply, "The Blue Jays went rogue." According to the column, not all Major League Baseball teams are able to place ads in foreign countries without receiving explicit permission from the league office first. The new report indicates that the Jays never received nor even asked for this permission. When asked for comment, Major League Baseball declined to respond, while the Blue Jays organization said they were aware their logos would be present, but maintained that it was not a paid sponsorship. As one reporter, Daisuke Sugura, wrote on X, translated from Japanese, "It's quite a novel sight to see the Major League Baseball team's logo mark on the ring. Why this risk was necessary. This aggressive international push is directly tied to the Blue Jays' well-documented struggles in the free agent market, particularly when it comes to landing Japanese players. Jays Nation remembers the heartbreak of losing out on several major Japanese free agents. Most notably, Shohei Ohtani was in discussions with the team before ultimately signing his 10-year deal with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Then, last offseason, the team was linked to Roki Sasaki, who also agreed to a deal with the Dodgers. The organization is clearly hoping to change this narrative and make themselves a more appealing and recognizable destination for global stars. This controversial marketing stunt is a calculated move to raise their profile in Japan, especially as they are currently being linked to two prominent Japanese stars, starting pitcher Tatsuya Imai and infielder Munetaka Murakami. Given the other prediction we just discussed, that the Blue Jays are expected to sign one of the Japanese pitchers on the market, this bold, rogue international marketing ploy suddenly makes perfect sense as part of a much bigger franchise-wide strategy. That's a fascinating look into the Blue Jays' aggressive international strategy. Update 3. Yankees owner Hal Steinbrenner admits envy of Blue Jays, the balance that beat New York. Jays Nation, get ready to feel a little bit of pride. The Toronto Blue Jays and the New York Yankees had the exact same record in the 2025 season, both finishing 94 and 68. But as we all know, they took very different paths to get there. The most glorious part? The Blue Jays bested the Yankees in the American League Division Series. Now, a powerful voice within the Yankees organization is speaking out, and what he's saying confirms what we all felt. The Blue Jays forced them to start thinking, maybe we should be more like them. The owner's envious assessment, New York Yankees owner Hal Steinbrenner spoke to the media on Monday afternoon, and some of his quotes regarding the Blue Jays are absolutely eye-opening. Steinbrenner says there were a lot of things the Blue Jays did that he liked, and that maybe it's time the Yankees started doing those things as well. It sounds like a rival owner feeling serious envy of the Blue Jays. The quote that stood out the most was his assessment of how and why the Blue Jays not only won the American League East Division title over the Yankees, but also defeated them in 5 games in the playoffs. Steinbrenner nailed the difference in philosophy, emphasizing the concept of balance. "I think balance in life is everything," he said. He immediately praised the Blue Jays' offense, clarifying that they are not just a team that puts balls in play. They slugged the ball too. They definitely slugged the ball. Why the Blue Jays won, according to the rival owner. Steinbrenner's full assessment of the Blue Jays' 2025 success is the ultimate validation for our team's construction and play style. He specifically pointed out the importance of hitting strikes hard, particularly in the air, which statistically leads to a better chance of success. The Yankees owner flat out admitted that his team can't simply be a slugging home run team. He gave the Blue Jays their flowers, stating, "They had a great year. They're a great team." But he didn't stop there. He laid out the ultimate reasons for the Blue Jays' victory over his Yankees in the postseason. They definitely played better than us. They slugged better than us. They hit the ball and put it in play better than us, and they pitched better than us, and that's why they won. That is a pretty accurate and stunning assessment from the owner of one of the biggest clubs in Major League Baseball. The Blue Jays found a way to get positive production from just about everyone on the roster and, as Steinbrenner admitted, may have forced teams across the league to start rethinking the way they construct their offense. This is one of those rare times since the Blue Jays entered the league that the Yankees are looking up at us trying to figure out how to climb the ladder to reach our level. Watching how they respond in the offseason will be a major story. But right now, the focus is on the success of our Blue Army. And that's a wrap on your 3 biggest Blue Jays updates of the day. From Bob Nightengale's massive predictions about landing a superstar like Kyle Tucker or a frontline Japanese pitcher, to the team's controversial yet necessary rogue marketing play in Tokyo to finally land those international stars, to the highly satisfying admission of envy from Yankees owner Hal Steinbrenner, it's clear that the Toronto Blue Jays are the team to watch this offseason. What update excited you the most? Do you think Nightengale is right about Tucker? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the Toronto Blue Jays News Network for all your essential updates, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of the action. We'll see you in the next one, Jays Nation. Go Jays!